What's happening, guys? Welcome back. So, as you've probably seen by the last one, I am trying to have a massive push now on getting this Golf sorted and ready. My aim is to drive it this summer. Hopefully that's possible. So you can see, I've got the doors off. I mentioned in the last episode that the doors are probably going to be the next thing that I was going to have a look at, and they are what we're sorting. So, passenger door isn't anywhere near as bad as the driver's door. So passenger door, I've cut bits, and obviously you can see kit, I've been messing around. We've got a bit of rot here on the inner skin, and then we've got some rot here on the outer skin. Not massive, not too big a job to sort out on that door. Other than that, that door is pretty clean. So that's the one we're going to be starting on, just to try and get my hand and head back into it and all what's going on. The next door, which is the driver's door, it's going to be a little bit more work. Check this out. Look at all of that rot that's in the bottom of that door. And then we get to the front and it just gets even worse. Looking up here, we've got holes everywhere. So that one is going to take a hell of a lot more effort than that one. But what I think I'm going to do is just chuck the GoPro on. We'll get on with this door, try and get my head and my hand back into it, because obviously we've not done anything other than welding that in, which wasn't a massive job. We've created panels and fabrication for quite a while. So hopefully I can get my head and my hands back into it on this piece. But once this one's done, we'll jump onto the other door and hopefully I'll be able to explain to you a little bit about what I've done, how I've done it, and we'll start moving forward. Right, let's get on. There we go, that wasn't as difficult as I expected then, so I'm pretty pleased with the repair inside. This, I think, follows the right line, and then we've got a join somewhere round here. Just see on the back there, I just need to put a bit of primer on that. Obviously everything was primed inside before it all went together to help stop any corrosion. Let's have a look at the outside. So there's the bottom corner of that. Now, I've obviously, being me, put a little bit too much heat into it, and it has distorted ever so slightly, but little lick of filler, and we should be okay. But there's no hole in the bottom of the door now, which is good. So I'm going to sling this on, see if it lines up and looks right with that wing, and then we'll make a start on that door. There's that door on. Looking pretty good. It probably needs a little bit of fettling, but this wing isn't quite sitting right. So I've got to play with this wing and get this wing fitting, so I'm happy with it. So we've still got a little bit of playing to do, but it's a solid door again, which is what we were looking for. So I slung that door on a couple of days ago, and then got a phone call and had to go and do various other things. I've had a couple of days on this other door to just try and get my head into what's going to go on, because that door was a pretty simple repair. There was only one bit inside, one bit outside. It was pretty easy, you couldn't really get it wrong. So that one's okay. This door's got a lot of damage on. I have to do it in stages. So I sort of just, yeah, made a few bits off camera just to try and work out what I was going to do and how I was going to fix it. So I'll show you what I've made. So to start off with, the parts I've made are this corner, which isn't finished, it needs tidying up. I've got this little piece of rot here, which I'm going to have to cut a piece of this out to put in, but because it was on a slight curve, I decided making the whole piece was the easiest move. I've made these, made 2 of them, which are to replace all of this bit all the way along here, because it's a U-channel, which will be replacing up to this radius here, I think. Then down here, we've got obviously all of this rot in this area. So what I've made is this piece. Now that starts in somewhere there. That lines up with that edge, lines up with this opening. I'm probably going to cut into this because some of the metal on this isn't too bad. But yeah, I've made. We've made that little piece. Now I had to cut this corner off to enable me to get the joggler in to put this step in. Now it isn't the same size as this, but I think, considering how bad the door is, whatever we do is going to be acceptable. So yeah, I've got to weld a piece back on to make this corner back up. This here, we've got to make a raised bit like this to put back onto here, which I'll do. And then we've just got to cut it out and weld it on. Now the outer edge of the door, it's gone along the edge, but it's not gone on the face. So what I'm going to do with this thing is try and cut this to the corner in areas and just cut bits out that I need to cut out. And yeah, then we'll hopefully be able to try and, this is only spot welded, one there, one there, one there. There's only spot welded in places. We'll then try and clean the back edge of the outer skin up here, cut to this line here, trim these to fit, weld them in, and then hopefully that'll be that part of the door fixed. We'll obviously then have to make another piece to repair this bit, a piece to repair here, and a piece to repair here. Other than that, it's not too bad. We're then going to have to obviously make a piece for the outer skin, which I've made, which is up here. So I've made this piece again, which follows the contour and shape, and then we'll cut that out, weld that in. So I don't really know what I'm doing, so I don't really want to go trying to explain things. I think what I'm going to do is just do what I've done, chuck the GoPro on, get my head down, try and get it done, and hopefully it turns out all right. Yeah, you see me back here in a bit when hopefully I've got some of this sorted. Right, after many hours, we've made some headway. It's not finished yet, but I'm running out of time. I want to get a video out this week. It's currently about 6 o'clock Saturday night, the night before the video goes out. I've not even started editing it yet, so this is all I've got done so far. I'll come back in and finish this off on Monday. But if you remember looking at this before, this was rotten all the way in here, all the way along. Still need to tidy some of the welds up, and obviously I've still got to repair the outer skin. But we've replaced a bit here, we've replaced all the way along here, replaced this front corner here that had rotted away. We've replaced a panel here, and there's a panel somewhere along here as well, I think. Like I say, it's not finished. I've still got to dress it and sort a few things out, but we're heading in the right direction. This outer skin is still not welded to the inner skin because I want to chuck it on the car just to make sure everything looks like it's in the right place before I go mad welding everything up. Outer panel is on. There is a dent here that was in it before. So what I'm going to do is I'll weld the outer skin in place, then I'll go in from behind with a lever bar, push that little dent out, hopefully get it in the right place, or we're going to have to put filler on it, so it's not going to be perfect. Right, let me go and sling this on the car, and we'll have a look, see if everything lines up the way it should do. I've measured as much as I can, so hopefully it will do. Well, other than the slight deviation dent that's in it, I'm pretty happy with that. So other than that little dent that is in there, which I will push back out, I have had a straight edge across here, and it's low at this point, so we'll pull that back out. That line there is pretty good. That line there is pretty good, so I'm happy with that. Like I say, it's not finished, still got to do a few bits to it, but that is both of them doors on. Nice gap, no more rot in them. I say there's no more rot in them. There is a bit of rot in this one that I missed, but I'll sort this all on Monday. There's a bit of rot in there, but we'll sort that out on Monday. And get them doors so they don't open. Get them doors all sorted, and then, like I keep saying, another little thing ticked off the list, which is getting this ever so closer to getting it back on the road. So I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks I'm going to be able to make a start on sorting out. I've got the beam down there that we need to get blasted. There's a few other bits in here. We've got the block on the engine stand, various engine bits in there. I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks I'm going to be able to start looking at working on the engine, working on the rear beam, the front suspension, things like that, get a load of stuff ordered up, and we'll be able to start building up the front hub assemblies, the rear beam and all of the braking system and everything, to a point of where hopefully we'll be able to get this car sat under its own weight within the next month or two. Because we're not far off with the welding. We're really, really not far off with the welding. It's now the time-consuming faffing and getting things right. And then this is the big one. This is the big one, changing the roof. So, we've got to change the whole roof. I have got a roof down the other end of the workshop, which is a cut from a car. It has got a sunroof in it as well, which obviously that car has from factory. So, we've got a roof cut down there. Now, I'm not looking forward to doing that. Has anyone ever changed the roof on one of these? And if you have, can you give me some pointers and tips as to how you've done it, what methods you've used, where you've cut it and all that? Because other than that, I'm just going to start going at it with a grinder and hoping for the best. But we're going to leave that on there then, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it and may have got something out of it. It's another little step in the process of getting this Golf back on the road. So, until next time, guys, enjoy.